in our original series, Project Home, economists are predicting that market rate rent will drop here in the Bay Area.
Well, it sounds like good news to the rent-burdened region, but Susie Steimel found the drop will likely worsen the housing affordability crisis for years to come.
I definitely don't think that we were prepared for something like this, and the systems that were put in place to protect us are kind of failing.
A couple of weeks ago, Selena Bowie had 2 jobs. Now she's down to half of one.
As of today, I actually got furloughed from my job. I used to be a receptionist on weekends, and then I recently actually got my hours cut too at my full-time job as well.
Inside her 4-bedroom apartment in Oakland, anxiety is setting in.
My roommates have definitely been affected.
Only one of her 3 roommates still has a full-time job. Another quit her job, moved in with her parents, and is now refusing to pay rent, leaving Selena and the others to cover for her during the crisis.
She went back on her word, actually, and left it up to me, my other roommate who actually lost her job, her full-time job, and my other new roommate who's also an essential worker along with me.
The scale of this is huge. The scale of the unemployment, the scale of the job loss is very substantial.
According to Zillow, market rate apartment listings are up 10% in the Bay Area. Nationwide, they're down 1%. Zillow's senior principal economist Skylar Olson says that's because this health crisis is making it more difficult for people in the Bay Area to pay rent, so many are just moving out.
We will see so much pursuit of affordability strategies like doubling, moving in with mom and dad, a rent, a roommate, moving to a more affordable unit, moving further out.
She predicts this will cause rents to drop in the short term, which might sound good now, but then developers could pull back, leaving us with the same housing shortage down the road.
The real troublesome element of this is we could even see apartment buildings being converted to other use if the profitability of rent is challenged so much because the rent flow is gone.
UC Berkeley's Turner Center for Housing and Innovation found of the roughly 5.9 million renters in California, 40% will struggle to pay because of impacts from COVID-19. 47% of those renters will then use stimulus checks and unemployment assistance to cover rent. That's what Selena and her roommates are doing to get by.
We want to be in good standing with our landlord, so we decided to pay it. But obviously, that takes away money from us that we're surviving on.
Unemployment rates are the worst that we have seen since the Great Depression. And researchers at UC Berkeley are saying that Depression-era tactics could actually be really helpful right now. For example, public housing was born during the Great Depression, and they're saying if we want to keep people housed, we need to expand our social networking programs like public housing. Ken and Liz.
Yeah, sounds like the way to go. You mentioned in your piece that about 40%, according to that one study, are struggling to pay their rent. Do we have any idea as to how many people are actually able to make their rent payments right now?
We have some numbers on that, and the good news is most people have been able to make it work. This past month, about 87% of renters were able to pay. Compare that to about 89% last year. But the problem is most people are putting those stimulus checks to work, and they're extremely rent burdened. And there are also a lot of people who are worried about not paying rent because that could mean ballooning debt at the end of this, which is something nobody wants to get saddled with.
All right, yeah. A lot of people dealing with those issues. All right, Susie, thank you.